For years, automakers were met with disapproval for not making fuel-efficient cars. But at this year's auto show in Detroit, there are plenty of green cars on display. Trouble is, Americans don't really want them.
These are the kinds of cars that Americans want. This is Toyota's 4x4, the Tacoma. With the economy getting better and the price of gas becoming cheaper, these big cars are becoming more affordable.
Cars have come a long way in fuel efficiency. The 50s and 60s were a time of gas-guzzling muscle cars. But enter the oil crisis of the 1970s. Gas prices soared, so cars became lighter, and car makers learned valuable lessons about the American consumer.
I think the biggest lesson that came out in the 1970s was you have to have a diverse product lineup. You have to have the products that are economical, that fit into the market, and you can't just have large cars that are heavy with big engines.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Chevrolet Bolt.
General Motors unveiled a long-range, all-electric concept car and an updated version of its hybrid. But it's a tough time to get car buyers to think of saving on gas.
How concerned are you about launching these two electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles at a time in which gas prices aren't really on the forefront?
Again, as you look, that's a situation here, but when you look around the globe and you look at, from an environment perspective, from a regulatory perspective, it's a natural path that we're on. We're going to continue. It hasn't changed our path one moment.
But the path is changing for consumers, some of whom are taken by the lower prices at the pumps.
For some reason, it does something to the American psyche. I think it's like you're starting at that price once a week or twice a week, how often you fill up, and it really does dictate what people buy, even if it doesn't really make sense in the long term.
These low fuel prices may be temporary, but it's not dampening the spirits of some consumers who are eager to live large. Samira Hussain, BBC News, Detroit.